Hi everyone, and welcome back to ms.craftsalots Lair. I am Barbie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the city of Beloit, Wisconsin in the US of A. And today I am here to show you how to make this fun fold card. Fun Fold Friday! We have made it through another business week. So, fun fold. Not a whole lot more I can say about this. It's just a different fold. And it looks like it could be kind of tricky, but it's not. So let me just start off by explaining what I did with the crumb cake. So I have a crumb cake base here, and this is my 8.5 by 5.5, but I scored it in a different area. I scored it at 1, and then 3, and then I scored it over here at 1 1/4. So it is kind of a little off when I close it up, but that shouldn't matter too much when it comes to envelopes and such. Because it is kind of off, I decided not to put an inside piece on it, because of the fact that if I did so, let me see if I can show you, you would be able to see it pretty good through there. And it just kind of did not look right to me, so I'm like, yeah, this time we're not going to do that. So, for the front, we are going to need a piece of Very Vanilla that is 1 inch by 5 1/4 inches. This is our scrap to stamp the deer on. And then this is 3 inches by 5 1/4 for the top part. Stamp set today that we're going to be using is the Rustic Retreat. Wow, my mouth is going a mile a minute, and I have to slow down a little. Rustic Retreat. We're going to be using the deer, the cabin, the happy birthday, and the trees, as well as the sprig, because I wanted it to kind of look like you're peering through the brush. So, to start off with, we're going to be using Memento Tuxedo Black and Shaded Spruce for the ink pads. So, real fast here for the deer is going to be in Memento, in the Memento ink. So I'm going to ink him up and stamp him on the scrap piece of paper. And then I'm going to stamp the happy birthday, and I forgot to mention something else that we needed for this. I'm going to stamp the happy birthday right about there. Now, something I forgot to mention is that we're also using the circle framelits. And my cheat sheet here says that the piece that I'm trying to pick up and having an issue with, this piece is cut using the 2 3/8 inch circle die, and the deer, let me see, let's get him in the frame a little bit better. The deer is actually on the 2 1/8 inch. So when you're looking at your dies, it's going to be the second one on either side. So that being said, I kind of cheat when it comes to this, because I use washi tape instead of the magnetic plate. And that's not because I don't like the magnetic plate, it's just the fact that I don't know where mine went. If you guys saw my craft room right now, the layer is pretty messy right now, so that's all I'm going to say about it. Trust me. And then the last piece that we are going to stamp, and I think I'm going to kind of stamp off for this. So I'm going to take out a scrap piece of paper here. And I'm going to put the house, or the cabin, down just a little bit more than what the cabin is on the original. I was looking at it and I'm like, that looks kind of funny, kind of floating up there. So I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp it over here kind of down though, because, okay, that's a little too far down. Paper has two sides. Flip it over. Try it again. Let's see if I can get this. That's better. Kind of give it that look like it's actually sitting on something. So then I'm going to stamp my, using this shaded spruce quick before I go to cut out my deer. Get real fast, get this all nice and stamped. And then as far as placement for the sprigs, I'm not that worried about it for the fact that even if the deer does cover it up a little, it's not like, oh my gosh. And I kind of made a mess out of this, so I'm going to hopefully not make a mess out of my paper. And this way it looks like we're kind of sneaking a peek through the forest here. Kind of overlap a little bit. And then fold up my shaded spruce because I think I have stamped everything that I needed to stamp. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this deer out quick, and I will be right back. Alright, I have my deer all cut out, and I will show you how to layer this all up so it looks pretty. Deer circle goes on the crumb cake circle. Just using my snail today. As centered as possible. I'm going to move this scrap paper out the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my top piece. So that is centered up here. Same with the happy birthday strip. Oh, that looks like one of my eyebrow hairs. And get that all nice and centered in there. And then finally what we're going to do is we're going to put this deer so it's kind of, I would say 3/4 of the way onto the top part here. So you're not going to want to tape any farther down from that. So I'm trying to actually kind of keep my tape on the top half of it. So then that way when you put it down, it's not going to stick to the bottom part. In theory, if I do this correctly. In theory, if I do this correctly, it won't stick to the bottom part and I'll be able to open up my card at the end of this video. And here you are. A finished card. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this project, please like, share, subscribe, and watch more. You can find links to my Stampin' Up! Store, blog, dimensions, and the product list in the description below. Until next time.